Hello friends, and welcome to another FriYay Pick a Card video. Today is Valentine's Day, so for those of you who do celebrate Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. For those of you who don't celebrate or who have nothing to celebrate, I offer you a happy Valentine's Day. May your day today be awesome. May it be filled with love, light, and happiness. May you find a reason to smile today, and may it be this video. So friends, what we're going to do today, because it is Valentine's Day, we are going to put the emphasis on love, but not necessarily romantic love, not necessarily a connection between you and another human being. It may very well be that, but today our pick a card are going to be very specifically connecting with yourself and finding a reason to love yourself. So the cards that I've chosen for today, I think are quite awesome. So amongst my favorites, obviously they all are my favorites. So we're starting off with the Nature's Whispers Oracle cards, and they're beautiful, and their messages are really uplifting and positive. So I've chosen the Nature's Whispers Oracle cards, and I have paired it with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards by Kyle Gray, because Kyle Gray, I mean, hello. He's just awesome, one of my favorite oracle creators. And then because it's Valentine's Day, I have included the Romance Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue to get a message of love, a message of inspiration, and to find out how to love more, how to receive more love. So no tarot today, surprise, surprise for me. That's, I think, an absolute first. So we're doing just the 3 oracle decks today, and I'm sure we are going to get awesome, amazing, fabulous messages. So all you do now is to close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Release out all your stresses, all your worries, all your concerns, all the stuff that happens in your head. Just let it out with your exhale breath. Then look at the image that's on screen now and ask yourself which of these 3 bundles, which of these 3 piles is the one that you seem to be drawn to. Bundle 1, bundle 2, or bundle 3. Once you know, and really listen to your heart at this point, which of the 3 seems brighter, which seems more clearer, which of the 3 seems to just be a little bit more enticing than the others, okay? And once you've identified the bundle that calls for you, if you're watching on my blog, you can scroll down to that particular video, or if you are on YouTube, in the comments box below you will have timestamps that will take you through to that specific bundle. And if you want to watch all 3, then absolutely go for it. Take what works, leave the rest, and we'll see you at your bundle. Okay, so you picked bundle 1. Let's have a look and see what bundle 1 has in store for you today. In case you didn't watch the intro and you don't know yet what decks we're using today, oops, I'm picking up the wrong one first. Today we are using the Nature's Whispers Oracle by, I can't read, Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall. The imagery, stunning, stunning, stunning. We're also using the Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray, and because it's Valentine's Day, we're going to top it off with Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. So no tarot cards today, we're using just the 3 oracle decks, and I'm sure we're going to get really awesome messages. So we're going to start with the Nature's Whispers. Just look at all the butterflies. You know me and my butterflies. So let's give the cards a shuffle. And while we're shuffling, we're asking that the card that we draw today, the cards from all the decks that we draw today, may it be the exact message of inspiration, of hope, of guidance, and of love that each one of you who chose bundle 1 needs to hear today. May it be exactly the uplifting message, the message of compassion and understanding that is needed. Right. Cards are shuffled, and let's fan them out, and from there I want that one. Always put my finger over the writing. Look how gorgeous this card is. These cards, the imagery is just phenomenal. I almost want to say pause the video and just look at the imagery. Just look at it. And it says catch your breath. So catch your breath. Clearly, it is Valentine's Day. Whether you do or don't celebrate Valentine's Day, it doesn't matter. But what this is saying to you is just stop. Just pause. Just catch your breath. Allow yourself to catch up with yourself. Emotionally, maybe you're going through quite a lot. Emotionally, maybe there's all sorts of stuff happening. And if you're in a state of hyperventilation, you're never going to think clearly. You're never going to find the solutions that you're looking for. So the first card we have for you today says catch your breath. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever it is that you're going through at the moment, just stop. Just stop. It's Friday. You can stop for a second and just give yourself a minute. All right, let's see what else we get. I'm going to leave that one here in front of me. I'm now going to take the Angels and Ancestors deck by Carl Gray, and there we've got the beautiful owl on it. So now we're looking for cards that will complement and add to the message of catch your breath that we picked from the previous lot. And we're asking that this message be exactly what every single one of you need to hear right now. All of you watching bundle one. Let's see, how do we catch our breath? What is it that we need to catch our breath about? What's going on? Let's have a look. Okay, so shuffled. And we're going to take two from this deck. I hear the words stop in my head. So, the first card we have is the Air Guardian. Isn't that gorgeous? And I know it's not very clear, but she's telling you to shift your perception. Shift your perception. So catch your breath. Maybe, you know what happens? So immediately I get this image in my head of somebody going for a jog through the forest. And all of a sudden, I mean, we don't have forests here in South Africa, but it doesn't matter. That's the image in my head. And sometimes while we're having a run, we're thinking, and all of a sudden we hear a noise behind us and we think, are we being followed? Is somebody chasing us? So we start running a little bit faster. And the faster we run, the more we can hear this noise behind us. And we start thinking that we are being chased, we are being whatever it may be. If we just stop and look, you'll see that actually, no, you're not being chased. There may be a cute little bunny following you or something. I don't know. But it is telling you, Air Guardian is telling you to shift your perception, because maybe you are perceiving things incorrectly. And that's also why it's telling you to catch your breath. Okay, so let's have a look at the second card. That gorgeous fox. Maybe that's who's chasing you in the woods. And the fox is telling you to trust your talents in changing times. Is it talents? Yes. Trust your talents in changing times. So friends, those of you who chose bundle one, it's telling you to catch your breath. It's telling you to, looking at the wrong one, shift your perception and trust in your talents in changing times. So clearly you are going through some kind of a change at the moment. You are going through some kind of a metamorphosis. There is things happening. You've got to learn how to love yourself. You've got to learn how to trust and believe in yourself. And that's exactly what we have here with the fox. He's telling you to trust in yourself, trust in your talents, trust in your ability. But you can't be running on empty, okay? So stop. We need to change our perceptions. We need to catch our breath, and we need to trust ourselves. So for this Valentine's Day, we know you're going through a lot. We know that there's a lot happening in your life at the moment, but you need to slow down. You need to give yourself a chance to catch up with yourself, and you need to trust and believe in yourself, because you're awesome. You're amazing. The other thing I want to say with the fox, to me, the fox is always cunning. The fox is always sly. He's always clever. He's always focused on what he wants to achieve and what he wants to do. He doesn't let anything get in his way, but he's always thinking. He's always like scheming and trying to figure out how he can achieve whatever it is he needs to achieve. So maybe that's what you need to be. But you are too exhausted. You're running on empty. So if you stop and catch your breath and allow yourself 5 minutes to catch up with yourself, you may be able to come up with that plan. Because what Our Lady here is saying to you is to shift your perception. So when you are exhausted, your perception, your thoughts, your emotions are all about exhausted, lack, don't have, can't do, finished, empty, all of that. If we shift our perceptions, all right, let me just take a 5-minute breather. I can think clearly, I can strategize, and I can figure out where I need to go. All right, I like that. So I'm going to put those two in front. Now we're going to take the Romance Angels. So regardless of your romantic situation, regardless of whether you are in a relationship or not in a relationship, you are in a relationship with yourself. You are in a relationship with your finances. You are in a relationship with your employment or lack thereof, your family, your friends. So you have many, many relationships around you, and we need to celebrate those relationships. We need to celebrate and recognize the relationship you have with yourself, most importantly, because if you have no relationship with yourself, you have no relationship with anybody. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody. So let's have a look and see, regarding relationships, what do you need to know? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And I think, so remember, we're not talking specifically relationships with another person. Today, I want to talk about your relationship with yourself, and you need to be honest with yourself. You need to be completely transparent. You know, again, society puts a lot of pressure on us. Society tells us that we have to be a certain way. And if you're not a certain way, you're not doing things right. Things aren't so great. And I think you need to be honest with yourself. What is it that truly makes you happy? What is it that truly fulfills your heart and soul? And follow that. Chase that. Work on that. But give yourself a chance to catch your breath. I don't know why it's not picking up. I think it's my spotlight is working too well today. It's too bright. But it says catch your breath. So maybe you need to be completely honest with yourself and admit how exhausted you are, how tired you are of struggling, how tired you are of not getting things right. Be honest. Get to know yourself. Put your hand up and say, I don't like that, or I do like that. Be open, be honest, not externally, internally. Shift your perception. Trust your ability to do this, but give yourself a chance to catch your breath. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 1, I do think that was quite an awesome message, and I do hope it brings you the love and the peace and the happiness and the joy and all of that you're looking for and that you need in your life right now. With love and blessings from me to you until we do this again next week, enjoy your day. Take care. And welcome to those of you who chose bundle 2 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. I do hope you're going to get a good message today, and happy Valentine's Day for those of you who are celebrating. Today, in case you didn't watch the introduction, you don't know which cards we're using. We're starting off by using these Nature Whispers Oracle cards by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall, and I am pairing that or partnering that with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. And because it's Valentine's Day, I want us to celebrate and acknowledge our relationship with ourselves. So I am using the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue as well. So there's no tarot today. Surprise, surprise. We're not using any tarot cards today. We're just using Oracle decks. And I do hope we get a good message for all of you who chose bundle 2. So we're going to start with this deck. Make sure I'm aiming it in the right direction. Look at all my pretty butterflies. So this is the Nature's Whispers Oracle. We're going to shuffle, and we're asking that the cards that we draw today from each of these decks be exactly the message that you need to hear, that all of you who have picked bundle 2, may it be exactly the message that you need to hear. May it be a message of love, of hope, of inspiration, of guidance, a message that just gives you exactly what you need to make the best of your life, to have a good life, to make good choices, to enjoy relationships, to enjoy love, to be loved, and to love accordingly. Okay, I think I have shuffled enough. Let's have a look. So let's flip, and we're going to take that one. It says perfect setting. Just look how gorgeous these cards are. I promise you, if I could make prints of every single one of these and place them on my walls, I would. Feel free to pause the video and to really look at the image, to really look at the beauty that's there and the imagery. So perfect setting. We are on Valentine's Day, but we're not talking about romantic connections between you and another. My focus today is your relationship with yourself, your relationship with who you are. So perfect setting. And maybe it's telling you that you are poised, you are ready, you are in a perfect setting to love and to be loved. Maybe everything is exactly perfect in your world. What is perfect? Well, perfect is very much a personal opinion. What you think is perfect and what I think is perfect are very different. So it's telling you that there's a perfect setting that you are creating, or you can be creating that perfect setting. A setting where you can love, where you can be loved, where you can know love. Right. I'm going to leave that one in front of me, and I'm now going to pick up the Angels and Ancestors deck by Kyle Gray and just look at our gorgeous owl. And let's see how this partners, or the message, how it expands the message of the perfect setting. So what is the perfect setting? How is it relevant to us? What does the perfect setting need us to know? Where do we find this perfect setting? And what do we do with it when we find it? Right. Let's see. So from this deck, I'm going to be taking 2 cards. So I'm going to take one right in the beginning and one sort of about over there. Okay. So the first card says surround yourself with protective energy. So you got the arrow and it says surround yourself with protective energy. So I think this is telling you that you are poised and ready for something amazing. You are poised, you have the perfect setting. Remember, that's what we had there. We've got the perfect setting, but it is telling you that you need to surround yourself with protective energy. You know, you can't go into a situation unprepared. Energetically, we always need to be practicing protection. We always need to be placing ourselves in a bubble of light, in a bubble of protection, and reinforcing it throughout the day. That's the only way to keep ourselves safe. And I do think this is what the arrow is telling you. Arrows are all about movement and forward projection, but we always need to be protected. We always need to make sure that we are surrounding ourselves in protective energy. And attached to that, oops, see me hold it straight, we have the eagle. And it says, see from a higher perspective. So whatever it is that you are going through in your life at the moment, whatever it is that you are dealing with, don't look at it face value, okay? We have the perfect setting. We are needing to make sure that we are always protected. But what we do need to do is we need to look at things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective. And, you know, sometimes taking yourself out of first person and putting yourself into third person perspective makes quite the difference. And maybe that's exactly what you need to be doing, okay? Maybe you need to be taking yourself, you have the perfect setting to achieve this. And when you put yourself in that higher perspective, when you start looking at things from that higher perspective, you will be amazed at what you actually see. You will be amazed at how suddenly the picture looks so very different. But in everything that you do, make sure that you keep yourself energetically protected always. I also want to say to you, bringing Valentine's Day into this, it is so, so, so important that you learn to love and accept yourself for who you are, okay? I did a video yesterday on Thursday that explained that it's so important that you be in a true, authentic, heart-centered relationship with yourself before you start looking externally. So I'm saying to you now that right now you have the perfect setting to achieve everything that you want, to find inner balance, to find inner happiness, but it starts with you. So connect with your higher self, put yourself in that bubble of protection, connect with your higher self and ask, are you good? Are you an amazing person? And the answer you're going to receive is yes. So you need to see yourself from a third person perspective, see yourself from your higher self, connect with your higher self and look down and say, you know what, I am awesome. I am amazing. I am a good person and I deserve to love, to be loved. I deserve to have somebody important and significant in my life, and I deserve to be somebody else's important, significant person. So look at life from a higher perspective. Keep yourself protected and know that everything is set for that perfect setting to experience that bliss, that joy, and that happiness. So now we're going to take from our romance angels. So with regards to our relationship with ourselves, with regards to our relationship with others, with our relationship with a significant other if you have, even your career, your bosses, your organization that you work for, all of these relationships that you have, what is it that you need to be aware of right now in order to make every single relationship better, especially your relationship with yourself? Let's have a look. Okay. That one. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Oh my gosh, I so love this. This is again confirmation of the relationship that you have with yourself. This is again confirmation that the perfect setting that you have, I need to make sure I'm picking up the right one, that you need to look at from a higher perspective. Keep yourself energetically protected because the relationship you have with yourself is true love. Excuse me. This is the relationship of a lifetime, is your relationship with yourself. So today you are really asked. I even want to say to you, go back and re-listen to this whole message again. to absorb it all in and realize that regardless of your romantic setting, regardless of whether you are in a relationship or not, understand that your relationship with yourself is the only one that matters, and that is true love. You know, I get so many clients who message me, or when they're sitting with me, they'll say to me, oh, when am I going to find my true love? When am I going to find my this? When am I going to find my... You found it. You have found it, and it's you. Your connection and your relationship with yourself is your true love, and that is what you need to celebrate. That's what you need to acknowledge, and that's what you need to work on. So be honest with yourself. Everything is perfect. Everything is right. We have the perfect setting for you to develop that relationship with yourself, a stronger, better, healthier relationship with yourself that will positively impact on all the relationships around you. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 2, that was quite an awesome message, and message of love, of hope, and of inspiration. And I do hope that there was something in there that just triggers something in your mind that helps you to make 1 or 2 little changes so that you can learn to love yourself better, love yourself more. With love and blessings from me to you until we do this again next week, you take care. And you chose bundle 3 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. Welcome. I do hope you get an awesome message today on this Valentine's Day. In case you didn't watch the beginning and you don't know which decks we're using today, just to show you, we're starting off with the Nature's Whispers Oracle by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall. And I have partnered or paired that with the amazing Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. So those 2 decks together give really awesome messages. Bundle 1 and 2 have been fabulous. And because it's Valentine's Day, we are looking at our relationship with ourselves, and we are looking at our relationship with others. So I have also included the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. And it's so interesting to see the kind of messages that are coming through. So that is the decks that we're using today. Let's get straight into it. So we're starting off with the Nature's Whispers. Just look at my gorgeous butterflies. And while I'm shuffling, we're asking that the message that we get today, the cards that we draw today from all the decks, be exactly the message of guidance, of hope, of inspiration, and of love that you need to hear today for everybody who chose bundle 3, for the collective. May it be the message of inspiration, and may it just give you a little bit of a direction, a little bit of light in your life, and help you on your journey. Okay, shuffled enough. Right, so we're going to spin until I hear stop, and we're taking that one. And this is so interesting. I'm knocking cards here in front of me. First of all, just look how gorgeous that card is. You know, I almost want to say pause the video and just really soak it in. It says catch your breath. And what's so interesting is this is exactly the same card that was chosen in one of the previous messages. So clearly, more of you need to catch your breath. Clearly, more of you are running on empty at the moment. So I'm not going to say any more yet. I want to pick other cards first because I don't want to get into saying the same thing that I said in the previous video, but in the previous selection, I think it was bundle 1 that had the catch your breath. So clearly, whatever it is that you're doing, you're exhausted, you're running on empty, and you need to just stop and just catch your breath. But let's see. I'm going to leave that one here in front of me. We will talk about it more. I'm now picking up the Angels and Ancestors deck, and look at our gorgeous owl that we have at the back. And let's shuffle. So for those of you who chose bundle 3, who also need to catch your breath, in what way do you need to catch your breath? Where do you need to catch your breath? Where are you running on empty? And what is the message of love and the message of inspiration that we need for you today? Let's have a look and see what the cards... Whoops! Did you see that one fly? You know me. Terrible, terrible, terrible shuffling. Okay. So here we have all the cards. And we're going to pick 2 from this. So we're taking one right in the beginning. And I'm going to take that one over there. Let's see what we get. So the first one is the Sage. Look how gorgeous he is. And it says, be devoted and committed. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 3, remember we have this card that is telling you it's time to catch your breath. It's time to take it easy. It's time to just, all right? So the Sage is telling you to be devoted and to be committed in all that you do. When we commit to something, and remember it is Valentine's Day, today's message is not about your relationship with another person. It's not about whether you are going to go into a relationship or you're not going to go into a relationship, but it is about you being committed to yourself, okay? Dedicated and committed to being the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. The second card that we have is the Druid. And the Druid is telling you hold the space. The Druid is telling you to just be in the moment. Hold the space, be that person that has no expectations, because that's what hold the space means. It means that you are energetically holding the space so that anything that should happen, that needs to happen, that's going to happen, can in a safe, protected environment. Remembering as well that you are needing to catch your breath. You are needing to slow down. Actually, you are needing to stop. You are taking on too much. You are doing too much. Your expectations for yourself are far too high. Slow it down. Actually bring it to a complete stop. Give yourself a chance to just breathe, okay? You need to be devoted and committed. I'm just making sure I'm reading the right words. You need to be devoted and committed to you, to giving yourself the chance to be the best version of yourself that you possibly can. But when you're just go, 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 go the whole time, you're never going to get that right, okay? You need to just hold the space. You need to just pause. And you know what's interesting? Regardless of the chaos that's going on around you, even if you stop, the chaos carries on, okay? So sometimes when you take that opportunity to just stop, to just hold the space, to just be committed to just breathing, let the chaos continue around you. Often it goes away. Often the chaos finds its own way out the door and you didn't have to do anything. Whereas at the moment, you're trying to control it, you're trying to navigate it, you're trying to help it, and that is where you are going wrong. I like that. So in order for you to be a better version of yourself, in order for you to love yourself, to be loved by yourself or by anybody else, you need to stop. You need to catch your breath. You need to be devoted and committed to being the best version of yourself. And you need to just hold the space. Hold the space and be patient and just wait and let things unfold the way that they need to. And know that when everything is said and done, you are going to be a much better, stronger version of yourself. You are going to be able to love and to be loved, and that's all that matters. So let the sage and let the druid in. Let the sage and the druid guide and help you on your journey. Let them help you be the better version of yourself. So let's see. I'm now bringing in the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Let's shuffle and see from a relationship point of view. And please remember, you are in a relationship with yourself first and foremost. You are in a relationship with your friends and family. You are in a relationship with your significant other, if you have one. You are in a relationship with your career, with your boss, with your employer, with the people that you work with. Everybody who is in your life is a relationship. So we're asking these romance angels, in what way can we improve our relationships with other people and, most importantly, with ourselves? So they are shuffled. So this is interesting. You've got children. It says your love life is being affected by children. So this doesn't mean affected in a negative way, but maybe. So, okay, you know me. I interpret things intuitively. I don't know what the book says. This is not telling you that your children are a problem. They're not saying that, your children are impacting on your love life. You may not even have children. But what I'm going to say to you, your love life is being affected by children because you need to be more childlike. You need to have a little bit more fun. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you need to catch your breath, okay? You're being too adult. You're being too serious. You're being too adult. There's no other way of saying it. You need to allow childlike naivety, fun, carefree to come into your space so that you can have everything that your heart desires, okay? So your love life is being affected by children. It's telling you that you need to give yourself more chance. Don't be such a responsible adult all the time. If there are children involved, if you are a parent, if you do have children, don't let them take over so that you don't get to have any fun. You need to be the child too. You need to be carefree. You need to be spontaneous, and you need to have some fun. Be devoted and committed to yourself, not only to the children in your life. Be devoted and committed to being the child, having some fun. It is Friday, it is Valentine's Day. So whether you are going out tonight to celebrate Valentine's or not, Why don't you make that commitment to yourself to go and have some fun this weekend, at some point this weekend? Do something that is lighthearted, do something that is fun, and do something that allows you to, my camera doesn't want to pick up on the text today. There we go, catch your breath. I needed you to read that to catch your breath. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 3, that is really a really in-depth message for each one of you today. Listen to it again if you need to make sure that you pick up on the nuances, to pick up on all the little tidbits that are there. But most importantly, have an awesome day, have an awesome weekend. Learn to love and accept yourself for who you are, because you are awesome. And you deserve to be loved, and you deserve to know love. Have an amazing Friday, have an amazing weekend, and until we do this again next week, you take care.